I am going to be telling you guys how I found out I was pregnant at 16 on New Year's Eve, which is
BeatStars.com.
get your popcorn or whatever if you need to, so you can listen to the story time because it is a little tea. Okay, I'm just playing. But so basically, I'm gonna rewind back to the very first day when everything just started. So November 16th is usually like, not November 16th, but usually every 16th of the month is around the time when I usually get cycles. My cycles was never irregular, like ever. I never experienced that. So on November 16th, me and my boyfriend, we were on the phone and we were talking, and I was just telling him that I haven't had my cycle like at all, and I was explaining to him that it was like bothering me a little bit because I was like, where is my period at? Like, what? I never have irregular periods. I don't like that. So then he was like, I don't know, you might just have to wait a few days or whatever. So I was like, you right, I might have to wait a few days, even though, like I said, it's never irregular. So November 19th, I remember we had went to Target. We only went to Target for a few things because we were supposed to get stuff for Thanksgiving. So we were going to get some board games and stuff. And for some reason, I went to the baby aisle because I really wanted to go to the baby aisle, and I never do that. Like, I do it, but I don't never like really like want to stop at a baby aisle, especially if I'm not getting nothing. Then like, what's the point of me going to the baby aisle? But I went to the baby aisle that day, and I was telling him how I had baby fever and stuff, and then he was joking around talking about stuff. You probably be pregnant. It would be funny if you're pregnant. I was like, what? Pregnant? I am not pregnant. Do not wish that on me. Like, no. Do not. No. So I was looking at him and I was like, yeah, you wish I was pregnant, but I'm not. Joke's on you. So December of New Year's Eve. So New Year's Eve come around and I still haven't got my period. Now, a little bit that I need to tell y'all is that I never experienced morning sickness. Like, I didn't have morning sickness. I didn't feel sleepy. I felt sleepy a little, but it wasn't like extreme. I was gaining a little weight, but I thought that the weight was because I wasn't really like doing sports anymore and stuff like that. So it wasn't really bothering me for real. But other than that, like, I didn't really pay attention to the signs of me being able to be pregnant, or me could have been pregnant. So yeah. So December 31st is when I found out I was pregnant because I went to my boyfriend's house for a little bit. I only went to his house for like a few hours. It was planning to be for a few hours because we were supposed to go to the movie theaters. We were debating if we wanted to go to the movie theaters or not. So I was in his room and we were talking, and I was telling him that I wanted to go to the dollar store so that I could get some snacks because I really had a craving for some snacks. And it was spicy snacks. That was my craving when I was pregnant. It was mainly just spicy stuff. Like, it was so good. I needed hot sauce for every single thing. But that's not what we're talking about. So we went to the dollar store, and I ended up walking down all the aisles, and I passed the aisle. I get into the aisle where there's pregnancy tests at. And when I get to the pregnancy test, my boyfriend, he was right there by me, and I was telling him that I wanted to take it, but I wanted to take it for fun. Like, it wasn't taking it like, I know I'm pregnant. It was me taking it like, because he was joking about it. So then I'm going to joke about it and show him that I'm not pregnant. That was the point of it. But we end up walking back to his house. Around this time, like a little bit after, we had I put the pregnancy test inside of my shirt because it was cold around the time. So obviously, since I had a coat on, I could hide it if I want to. So I ended up hiding it because I didn't want nobody to see that we have went to get it, because I didn't want to get in trouble for referral. So I went to the bathroom. I got 5 tests, by the way. Yeah, 5. I didn't get 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 because I needed to know if I was pregnant or not, and I needed it to be accurate. So I end up going downstairs. There's a bathroom downstairs. Not many people use the bathrooms that's downstairs. So I went downstairs to use the bathroom. Tell me why the tests come out positive. Like, they're literally, all of them are positive. So I'm staring at him and I was like, no. No. They're probably not even accurate because they're $1. So I was telling him, I was like, these tests are lying because they're $1, so they're going to be lying because they're not accurate. They're cheap. So a little bit after, he had called his friends, and he was like, my girl pregnant, and I was like, wait, don't tell people yet, because you don't know if I'm really pregnant or not. So he's like, the tests are accurate, and I was like, no, they're not. So a little bit before we had decided to go to the mall, because we were going to get ready to go to the mall, I had called my friend, my cousin. She was the very first person that I had called because we were so close around the time. And we're still close, but we're not as close since I have a baby now. And I was telling her, I was like, girl, I think I'm pregnant. And mind you, she was pregnant around the time. Around that time, she knew she was pregnant. So it was like shocking for both of us to find out we're pregnant around the same time, a little bit around the same time. So I told her, I was like, I'm pregnant, but I don't think it's accurate. So she was telling me that I should go to the store and get another test just to clarify if I was pregnant or not. So I was like, yeah, you're right, I'm gonna do that. So then we ended up going to Walmart because I had asked his mom if she could take us to Walmart before we go to the movie theaters, just because it made a little bit of sense. So she was asking us in the car, she was like, why are you guys going to Walmart? Y'all could just buy whatever y'all need to buy in the mall. We were telling her that we were going for snacks. She was telling us that we could have got snacks in the movie theaters. She was already curious on why we were getting snacks, but like, I didn't really tell her. I was just saying that we were going for snacks just to go for snacks, because I wanted the big version, not the medium version, especially paying so much at the movie theaters, because if y'all know it's expensive. So then after we had get to Walmart and we go inside, his mom ended up coming with us, like inside of Walmart. So we were trying to get away from her, but like she was going everywhere we were going because she said that she had to get some stuff too. So it was kind of hard for us to be sneaky to get a pregnancy test. Like, it was so hard. I was like literally staring at him and I was like, how are we going to get the pregnancy test? Like, I don't know how we're going to do it because she's not moving away from us and we don't have no way to get it. But eventually, like probably like 5 minutes after, she had went her own way because we would take it too long to find what we needed and to find what we wanted. So we ended up getting it. He ended up buying it. I go to the bathroom to take them. They're positive. Like, they're literally positive. So we just keep it quiet for a while. We go to the movie theaters, we watch the movies and everything. A little bit after the movies, because I was just thinking to myself, and I was like, I don't even know if I want a baby right now or not, because I'm 16, so I shouldn't even want a child since I'm so young. So I end up explaining to him that I didn't know if I wanted a baby around the time or not because I'm too young, and I didn't know if I was going to be ready or be a good mom and all these things like that. That's the type of stuff that I was thinking to myself. And he started crying and he was ignoring people and everything. Like, it literally got to the point where his mom was so concerned about him that she kept asking me the whole entire time in the car if he was okay and what was going on and what happened and everything. And I was trying to lie. Like, I was literally trying to lie about everything. I was like, I don't know. I don't know why he mad. I don't know why he crying. I think he just mad because of the movies or something, or I don't know what's going on. So she was still proceeded to ask the same questions. So then it got to the point, like literally got to the point where I didn't even want to lie no more. So I told her what was going on. I told her that I was pregnant. She stopped, like she ended up pulling over to the curb, and she stopped, and she was like, so what are y'all gonna do? She looked back and she was staring at us as we was looking at her, and she was asking us what were we gonna do. So I was just staring, and I kept looking at him because I didn't know. And I was like, I'm in between on keeping a baby or getting an abortion. So she was like, okay, but I really feel like you should keep the baby because I think you're gonna be a great mom and all these things. And I was like thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, I can be, but I'm too young. I don't got no house for myself or nothing, girl. No. So a little bit fast forward to New Year's Day, like literally New Year's Day. I was in my room for a little bit, and I was talking to my boyfriend. I was texting him because my sister was in my room and I did not want her to know that I was pregnant. So I was texting him and I was telling him that I didn't know if I wanted to tell my mom or keep it a secret, how long I wanted to keep it a secret for, all these things, because I didn't know what I was going to do. So I ended up thinking to myself, because I was like, I'm going to just get it done and over with. In case I do want to keep the baby, I could start going to appointments and stuff so that he could be healthy, you know. So I go in her room at 12 o'clock on the dot. I end up going in her room. She's just listening to music, vibing, all type of stuff. Like, she enjoying her New Year's. So I sit down and I was asking her, I was like, what you doing? She was like, listening to music. Why? Why are you in my room? Because, like, I don't ever go in her room for anything. Like, if I wanted to go in her room, I'd go in her room for something that I need, and I'll tell her right then and there. I don't ever go in her room and be like, what are you doing? And then sit down and sit in silence. So she was staring at me. She was like, why are you acting weird? And I was like, I'm not acting weird. What are you talking about? I'm just coming in here to spend time with you. I haven't seen you all day, and you're asking me why am I being weird? Like, what do you mean? So then a little bit after, I was trying to play it off, but I couldn't play it off because she kept asking me what was I in her room for, and she kept telling me to get out and all type of stuff per usual. So I was like, I need to talk to you about something. She was like, what do you need to talk to me about? I was like, you promise you won't get mad? She was like, no, I don't promise. Tell me what you want to tell me and get up out of my room. So I was just staring in silence. Like, y'all don't understand how hard it was for me to explain to her that I was pregnant without her being mad. Like, I was literally trying my best not to tell her, because if I told her, I knew how mad she was gonna be. So then I tell her, I was like, I think I'm pregnant. And she's like, you pregnant? And she was like, what do you mean you pregnant? And I was like, I took pregnancy tests and I think I'm pregnant. She was like, how many you take? I was like, about 10, because the test that I had took, just to clarify to you guys, the ones at Walmart was a variety kind. So it had clear blue, it had first response. I forgot the other one that it had, but it had 3 of them. It had the 3 main expensive brands in there, but it was 5 of them. So I showed her the test because she asked me to see. And then while we were talking, the doorbell had rang and my boyfriend ended up coming so we could have a sit down talk or whatever. My mom, she was so mad. Like, she was literally so mad. She did not want to sit down and talk about anything or anything. So then that's when he was just trying to talk to her. His mom had ended up coming in too, so that's really what me and her even more mad. like she was trying her best not to cuss all three of us out. Like it was literally so bad. She called my grandma. My grandma was mad and everything. Like everybody was so mad. So my mom, she eventually asked me what did I want to do, and I was telling her as well. I was like, I don't really know if I want to keep the baby or get an abortion. So she was allowing me to sit. So since I didn't know, she was allowing me to like sit on it for a little bit, and then I had finally decided that I was going to keep the baby. And she was okay with my decision because it was my body, even though I am 16 and she's my mom, so she do have a right to feel how she felt. But I wanted to keep my baby around the time, like after I decided what I wanted to do. So then after I accepted that I was pregnant, I started going shopping for the baby. And for some reason, I already knew it was a boy. Like literally every time I went shopping, I went to the boy section and I bought boy clothes, even though I wasn't really supposed to, because I didn't know if it was going to be a boy or a girl, but I really felt like it was a boy. So yeah, that's all for my story on how I found out I was pregnant at 16 on New Year's Eve. I hope you guys like this video. If you guys want any more videos about my labor, my pregnancy, how it was when I packed my my diaper bag, my baby diaper bag. If you guys want to see morning time videos, nighttime routines, hospital vlogs in general, anything that you guys want to see, I am willing to do it. So you guys can like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the post notifications so anytime I post a new video, you guys can see about my journey since I have a baby. And yeah.